Welcome back to TPS. You're always hearing crazy stories about NFLers playing through some gruesome injuries. Tony Romo once fought through a punctured lung. Jack Youngblood played a game despite having a broken leg. Thomas Davis played through a broken arm in Super Bowl 50. But you know what else is crazy? When a player manages to score a touchdown despite suffering a gruesome injury on that very same play. Here are 9 instances where a player suffered a freak injury while scoring a touchdown on the same play. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. But first, here are some honorable mentions. They didn't make the list because each of their touchdowns were called back. However, the play was still remarkable enough that they are worthy of a shout-out. Tyler Lockett breaks leg on spectacular catch. The Kansas State product burst onto the scene as a huge special teams and utility weapon for the Seattle Seahawks in 2015. Coming off of a Pro Bowl selection in his rookie year, expectations were even higher for Lockett in 2016. Lockett continued to produce big plays for the Seahawks, and he figured to play a monumental role for them in the postseason, but sadly Lockett's sophomore year ended in Week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals when he suffered a broken leg fracture after making this incredible catch.
Takes the run, pressure, Wilson lofting it up for the end zone! Touchdown! It's Lockett!
It was initially ruled a touchdown, but the officials reviewed the play and determined that he was just short. The Cardinals managed to perform a goal line stand from there, and they went on to win the game 34-31, but nobody forgot about Lockett's incredible catch on that one play that unfortunately ended his season. Carson Wentz tears ACL tear on diving TD. The Philadelphia Eagles visited the Los Angeles Rams in Week 14 of the 2017 season. It was a hyped-up contest that featured quarterbacks Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, who were selected first and second overall in the 2016 draft, respectively. It was also a key showdown where a first-round bye was on the line. Both Wentz and Goff duked it out in an absolute showdown for the ages, but this contest was overshadowed by a tragic injury to the Eagles quarterback. During the third quarter, Wentz scrambled and dove into the end zone for what appeared to be a touchdown. However, the score was called back due to a Lane Johnson holding penalty.
Flag is down and Wentz in for the touchdown, but a flag.
Incredibly, Wentz managed to stay in for several more plays, and on the ensuing 4th and goal play, he threw a touchdown pass to Alshon Jeffrey.
Wentz, time runs out, pass is to...
But it was revealed that after the game that Wentz had suffered a torn ACL injury on that initial nullified touchdown, thus ending what would have likely been his first MVP season. Of course, Nick Foles managed to be the perfect fill-in for Wentz, leading the Eagles to a Super Bowl 52 championship over the New England Patriots and giving Philly its first ever Lombardi trophy in the process. Zach Miller's near TD after scary leg injury. During the Chicago Bears Week 8 2017 road game against the New Orleans Saints, rookie Mitch Trubisky threw an apparent touchdown pass to veteran tight end Zach Miller. During the play, Miller suffered a horrific and gruesome dislocated knee injury. It bent awkwardly as he landed on his left leg. Miller tore his popliteal artery on the play as well, and there was fear that he would have to have his leg amputated. Thankfully, doctors performed emergency surgery and he made a full recovery. Miller's touchdown was reversed since he didn't maintain possession and control of the catch, but the effort was absolutely remarkable and heroic.
Touchdown! He finishes this catch. Left hand, holding the ball.
For what it's worth, there was some debate as to whether or not the officials made the right call. Some believe Miller should have been awarded the touchdown, but then again, nobody really understands the catch rule these days. Even though the TD didn't hold out, it was a gutsy and tremendous effort on the part of Miller. Now let's get on to the real list. Number 9, Kevin Boss hangs on after big hit. Kevin Boss is best remembered for playing a big role in the New York Giants in 2007. He made a big catch in the 4th quarter to help the G-Men defeat the undefeated New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42. The Boss also earned mad props for this big play in a game featuring his Oakland Raiders and San Diego Chargers in Week 17 of the 2011 season. Oakland needed a win to clinch the AFC West Division title, but they were down 12 points with less than 10 minutes to go. Leading a big play, Carson Palmer found Kevin Boss in the end zone for a big touchdown. Boss got smoked on the play, but he managed to hang on for the score.
That he went and took and made a positive
39
play.
yards at 9 catches for $130. Kevin Boss for the touchdown. Boss shaking.
Unfortunately, Boss and the Raiders lost 38-26, which handed the division to the Tim Tebow-led Denver Broncos. But Boss's remarkable effort there should not be forgotten. Number 8, AJ Green hyperextends knee, still snags TD. Bengals star wide receiver A.J. Green had one of the greatest rookie seasons in recent memory during the 2011 campaign. He and fellow rookie Andy Dalton led the Bengals to a surprise playoff berth, their first of 5 straight postseason appearances. Green especially put the NFL on notice when the Bengals hosted the AFC heavyweight Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 10. Dalton threw a deep ball to Green in double coverage, even with future Hall of Fame safety Troy Polamalu on him. The rookie wideout made a beautiful catch for the touchdown.
This kid right here, that's exactly how I lost my ACL. When he says he's fine, Coach, I know you talked to him.
Green hyperextended his knee on the play, however, and the Bengals went on to lose 24-17. But thankfully, Green avoided serious injury as he only missed 1 game. He returned to his top form and helped the Bengals win 2 of their final 3 games to lock down a playoff spot. Number 7 hamstring injury doesn't stop Adam Thielen. The Minnesota Vikings visited the NFC North foe Detroit Lions in Week 7 of the 2019 season. This turned out to be quite the high-scoring affair between Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, and it was certainly a long day for both defensive coordinators. The Lions led the Vikings 7-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cousins rolled out, waiting for Adam Thielen to get open, and tossed a perfect dart into the back of the end zone, where Minnesota's star wideout made a phenomenal catch for 6 points.
Cousins from the end zone.
But Thielen suffered a hamstring injury during the play, and he was forced to miss the rest of the game, as well as the ensuing Week 8 showdown against the Washington Redskins. Thielen would return for the Vikings matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs, but he was forced to leave early after re-aggravating the injury, and he would miss several more games. It's still remarkable that he made the epic catch despite suffering the hamstring injury. Number 6 Deshaun Watson kicked an eye, throws TD. The Houston Texans hosted the Oakland Raiders in Week 9 of the 2019 season. Houston quarterback Deshaun Watson has taken plenty of hits throughout his first few years of his career, playing behind an awful offensive line for most of that time. But Watson's most painful moment of his young NFL career came during this game. The Texans trailed 24-20 with 6.5 minutes to go. Watson somehow avoided a sack while withstanding a kick to the eye as he threw the go-ahead touchdown to Darren Fells.
Watson, and he goes down. No, he stays on his feet, throws on the run, touchdown!
Watson was down for several moments, and the star quarterback legitimately feared that his eyeball had fallen out. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. He avoided a serious injury as the Texans came away with an exciting but scary victory at home. Just a warning to future NFL defenses, Watson isn't human. Number 5, Kyle Rudolph breaks foot, scores 6. The lowly Minnesota Vikings visited the Dallas Cowboys in Week 9 of the 2013 season. Midway through the third quarter, tight end Kyle Rudolph went beast mode as he broke through tacklers and reached the end zone for a touchdown.
Rudolph, who's come on as of late. Look at him dragging would-be tacklers into the end zone.
And he hurt his legs right there after that, man. And
Sadly, Rudolph had to leave the game after suffering a foot injury on the play. And to make matters worse, it turned out to be a season ender. Rudolph had suffered a broken foot, and the Vikings were forced to put him on injured reserve. The Cowboys also went on to win the game 27-23. But it didn't take away from a remarkable and gutsy effort by Rudolph. You can argue that it's the greatest play of his career. The man simply didn't give up, even when his foot gave out. Plays like this are why he's such a beloved figure in the state of Minnesota. Number 4, Keenan Allen after suffering a lacerated kidney. The Chargers visited the Baltimore Ravens in Week 8 of the 2015 season. It was a lost year for both teams, who were both hit with injuries to key players. Late in the second quarter, Phillip Rivers made a beautiful throw to his favorite wideout, Keenan Allen, in the back of the end zone. The latter somehow came away with a touchdown despite being in tight double coverage. Unfortunately, Allen suffered a lacerated kidney on the play, and he was ruled out for the remainder of the 2015 season. At the time, he was on pace to come away with career highs in catches, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Worse yet, Allen suffered a torn ACL in Week 1 of the ensuing 2016 season. The Chargers star returned with the force in 2017, however, earning Comeback Player of the Year honors after notching 102 receptions for 1,393 yards and 6 touchdowns. Number 3, D'Onta Foreman tears Achilles, keeps on going. The Arizona Cardinals visited the Houston Texans in Week 11 of the 2017 season. This was a disappointing year for both teams, Houston especially, after losing both Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt to season-ending injuries. The Texans led by 3 in the fourth quarter, Running back Foreman was able to put it away on a 34-yard touchdown run. However, Foreman went to the ground right away and had to be carted off on what looked like an ankle injury. It turns out he suffered a torn Achilles that forced him to miss the remainder of his rookie year. The Texans wound up winning the game 31-21, all thanks to Foreman's gutsy and brave performance on that painful touchdown run. Number 2, Jermaine Gresham suffers herniated disc after TD. The Bengals met the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 17 of the 2014 season. The winner would take home the AFC North Division crown, while the loser would be forced to enter the postseason as a wild card team. The Bengals were trailing the home team by 10 points with just over 11 minutes remaining in the game. Andy Dalton found the tight end Jermaine on a short pass, and he took it to the end zone for the touchdown. But Jermaine was hit while making the play, and he suffered a back injury that forced him to miss the rest of the game.
Dalton to Jermaine Gresham. The good news is he gets into the end zone. The bad news is he
was in there fighting today.
The Bengals dearly missed him as they fell 27-17. It was reported after the game that he suffered a herniated disc, and he unfortunately had to miss their wild card game against the Colts. Cincinnati's offense struggled in a 26-10 defeat, but he deserves all the credit in the world for displaying determination and resilience on that play. Nothing was going to stop him from getting into the end zone. Number 1, Domenik Hixon tears ACL in circus catch. Hixon won 2 Super Bowl championship rings with the New York Giants in the 2007 and 11 seasons. Unfortunately, Hixon didn't get to play much in the latter year. The Giants hosted the St. Louis Rams on Monday Night Football in Week 2 of that 2011 season. Eli Manning lobbed a pass into the end zone for Hixon, who pulled off a jaw-dropping juggling act for a 22-yard touchdown. But Hixon was slow getting up on the play, and he had to leave the game. It was later discovered that the veteran wideout and special teams return man suffered a torn ACL that abruptly ended his season. Still, nobody has forgotten about his incredible effort on that play. It's got to be the highlight of Hixon's career, and the Giants wound up winning Super Bowl 46 anyway. That's quite the story for Hixon to tell his kids for many years to come. The day became a highlight reel despite suffering one of the worst injuries imaginable, all at the same time. What other instances did a player score a touchdown despite suffering an injury on the same play? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.